Hey guys, so I just got back from LA and I went to the Aqua concert in LA and it was super cool, and I got this thing which is basically a pen light, and it's got all the colors of the Aqua girls. And I wanted to briefly talk about the pen lights in general, and also the main thing that this video is about is specifically this Kingblade one, because this is actually it's a little bit different from this one. This is the Lumica one, and this is the Kingblade x10iii or something like that. And what it does is that you can actually custom. I'll show you in a minute. You can change the colors by using an app to then customize the colors to say like the specific colors. Like this is the Muse scheme. Props to the Wolf Bunny for putting that out, because this is super helpful. Same thing with Aqua. But the thing is that these numbers here, or the hex decimal code or hex code, whatever, if you go on here and find the RGB values for it, technically you'd think that you'd be able to open it in the app. And this is kind of like what the app looks like. I can't really show it because I'm recording with my phone right now. But if I were to go in here, like this is kind of what it looks like in the app, and then you go in and change your RGB values. However, in the app, unfortunately, if you change even a little bit, so if you add like one green, say, with still 255 red, you'd expect it to be red, right? But it turns into this color up here. And the problem with this app is that it just doesn't have infinite colors for these labels. So or I guess the ratings for the app are just terrible. Everyone thinks that it's a bad app, but it's not. What it is that it's just limited, and I wanted to show how exactly to not really fix it, but manually do it yourself. So what it is that there is a little piece right here. So this is the connector. This goes into your phone through the audio jack. And there's a little light on this, or a little IR sensor, whatever, and then it just plugs into the actual device like that, or whatever. And I'll show you here in a second. So I'm gonna cut to I'll have a background camera app so I can actually run another app in the background while I'm doing this. Okay, sorry that this is in vertical now, but it's easier to do it this way. So we're gonna have our pen light here and turn it on. So this is the Muse scheme. So we got Hanukkah, Eli, Kotori, Umi. Is that Rin? Yeah. Maki. It's kind of hard to see, but this is like a pinkish red. Yeah, that's the color. And then Nozumi, Hanyo, and Nico. So that's basically what I programmed in here. And if you want to steal this from me, you can. I have the QR code right there, and I'll post it in the Reddit thread as well. Basically, just what you do is that you go in the app and then just scan in the QR code and then simply install it into your device. I didn't take a screen. No, I didn't take a screenshot of how to install it. Well, actually, if I just go to any of these, there's a little install button right here. And that's basically what you do is that you just plug in this device again into the thing while it's flashing, and then hit the install button, and it puts in all the colors. So it's really simple, really easy, but just don't trust these colors, because the accurate one, the actual colors, this is what happens when you plug in these through the HTML color codes into the app. It turned really light, and I'll show here. I'll show you the programming thing. So we're going to turn it on. We're going to press both buttons down until it starts flashing. There we go. Okay, then we're going to go into the app and plug this into our device. Okay, and then I'm going to just hit install, and it'll take a second, and then it'll turn off. Got to turn it back on again. And so this is this color scheme right here. So that's supposed to be orange at the top there, light blue, white, blue, yellow, red, purple, green. Can you see that? Yeah, it's so light that it literally just does it. like these are the accurate colors, but they're so light and they're not vibrant at all. So that's why I did this manually, and this is what took me like 2 hours to figure out, is how to do it manually, because no one actually told me. But it's really simple. You just plug in the device, right, while you're editing the colors, and it will manually do it. Here, actually, I can show you that as well. So if I were to turn on the thing, so again, turn it on, you press down both buttons till it starts flashing, plug it in. Go red. And then if I want to, say, do like an orange, then we just add a little bit of green in there. It's already orange, but that's pink because there's blue. I take off the blue, and it turns orange. And then you simply just match this up with the color schemes that are provided here. And so like if I wanted, say, Maki, then I would just take away all of the green except for just a little bit. So that would be red, but we want a little bit of pink in there, I guess, or not green. We just add like one blue, right? And that turns it from a red into like a reddish pink. And then it's more accurate. And if you wanted, say, like Hanyo, it'd be simple. It's just green. You can, if you want, add a little bit of blue in there if you want more like a greenish blue, although it is a very dark green, so maybe a little bit less green, and then add some brightness or something. I don't know. It's up to you. It's just how these sliders work. So you just edit the sliders as you're connecting it like that. So that's how this works. Now the last thing I wanted to do is kind of compare the two pen lights, and I'll do that once I switch over to the other video format. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, now for the actual pen light kind of review / comparison. So if you go to Amazon or just Google search, and I think you saw this at the beginning, these things go for like $100 for the actual like official version of it, but you can get them pretty cheap. Like this one here only costs $30, and it just I just found it on Amazon on sale. I think they're usually around 30, 40 or so. Don't spend more than that for them unless you're getting like an official one. And the official ones, the biggest difference here is that the colors already come like in there. So this is Yoshiko and Hanamaru and Mari, Ruby, etc. So you get the idea. Okay, fine, for the Kanon fans. Anyways, so they come in pre-record or pre into the thing, and this is the what is it? The Lumica one. This one also has a cool feature that you can manually choose which color you want before you actually change the main color. And even though that turns off, say you're getting ready for like a Yo solo or for Chica. So is that red? I can't tell. Well, let's go back to Yo. Let's say you're going for the Yo solo. You're waiting for it. Going hard or whatever, and then all of a sudden you want to switch, and bam, you're switched to blue, and the entire crowd is all blue, and it's super cool. So that's what I really love about this Lumica one. The only downside to this official one is that I don't think there's a way to actually change the colors on it. There might be, but I kind of don't want to ruin the thing, so I'm not going to mess with it. However, the official Lumica one, and these comparisons, people have made comparisons online in physical text. That's why I wanted to show this one here. This is actually the Aqours' first live concert guide made by Onibe, and they do a bunch of translations and stuff. You've probably seen them on the Reddit before, but this is the I think this is the first live concert. This is the end of it, but they have comparisons. So there's a QR of the Kingblade if you want to get theirs. They also did what is it? Basically a user guide for the Kingblade and some other stuff. So all this stuff that I'm talking about right now can be found on this guide, and they go over the differences between the Lumica and the Kingblade, and how to get like your if you want glow sticks or ultra oranges, ultra blues, whatever. Very useful guide. I love these guys. They did an awesome job with the LA concert guide too. I'm not probably like up here, the Anime Expo Aqours Call Guide, and that also helps you if you want to look into how to do callouts and Furi and all sorts of stuff. So Onibe, love you, thank you for making. Or it's like they kind of got me to want to make this video because they've just been super helpful with stuff. So I just wanted to give them a shout out. As for the differences here in terms of like physical quality, they both feel very solid. Like this feels like I don't want to drop it almost, even though this is actually a plastic thing. I thought these were glass, but no, they're definitely, if I can unscrew this. And I'll show you how it actually works because I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this. Basically, it unscrews and then it's just a light down here and that shines in the tube or in the tube like that, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to see. But yeah, that's basically how both of these work. They both take 3 AAA batteries. So they do come with the actual device, these ones do. I have a couple of rechargeable ones, which I highly recommend you guys get. If you really want to get, if you really want to use these a lot. Although I've had this for, what is it? It's been, a couple weeks now, and I've been using it off and on, and it still hasn't died on me. So I don't think the battery life is too great, but I have no idea. I'm sure someone else online probably has a better idea. And then in terms of the hard plastic on this one is a lot better feeling. I really like the Lumica. For that reason alone, is just that the Kingblade, it looks fancy. It's got these gold band here and on top and stuff. But it's the tube quality is exactly the same. And then this plastic, while it's not soft, but it's lighter and it's kind of it's not matte finish, so it's kind of greasy and it leaves fingerprints and kind of gross. Especially if you're going to a concert, you're gonna be at the concert for a while. And then also the buttons on the bottom, I don't really like that. I believe the Kingblade comes with 15 base colors. I think that's also in the first concert guide over here or whatever. Yeah, it says that the it says down at the bottom that basically the Lumica one has 24 default colors. So that's, if you get like a non-specific one, then this one has 24, this one only has 15 base colors. And then in terms of how to manually set them and stuff, I don't really know. But just wanted to just kind of go over that. I'd say if you really can't decide between one, just go for whatever's cheaper. They're both very good quality devices. It's just whether or not you want an official one or whether or not you want like this feature, which I absolutely love. I really like this, being able to switch between the colors before the actual main one and not having to manually go back and forth with this one here, because you're having to be annoying by like switching colors in the middle of it, but it's not too bad. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. So definitely if you have any other questions, I can probably answer them in the Reddit thread, but other than that, that's the guide.